It's 420, y'all. Okay, so it might not actually be 420, but since it is 2020, there's an entire month of 420. I know the stoners online like to really point that out. Anyways, the thing I want to try and do this year is grow my own weed because it's legal in Canada, and it's also legal to have, I believe, 4 plants of your own, possibly more. But yeah, it's legal to grow your own. So why wouldn't I try that? This is literally my first attempt at doing this. I have minimal success at growing even vegetables, so I'm not holding out a ton of hope, but I'm doing my research. I'm putting a lot of work into it, and hopefully, the fruits of my labor come to fruition at some point this year. So first things first, got to get yourself some seeds. You can do this legally, purchase legal seeds, and then that way it's legal. There's lots of gray market, we'll call them, because I don't actually know the legalities of buying weed seeds. If I'm not mistaken, it's legal anyways. OCS, which is the Ontario Cannabis Store, they have like one kind of seeds. So OCS, step your game up. Come on. If you want people to purchase things legally, get your shit together. So these legal seeds came with a how to germinate guide, which this guarantees 80% germination. So I'm going to follow it because that's probably better than the 50-50 chance that I have just doing things myself. There's a couple of steps to it to get it to sprout a little root end before you go planting it in any soil. Things I would never have known. So the first thing you do once you get the seeds is you put some cups, get some water, and you put the seeds in the water and you submerge them. So I got two different strains. I got a tangerine and a white widow. Now these are also pre-feminized seeds, like guaranteed feminized, which means I don't have to worry about possibly getting a male plant, which is useless for smokability. So these ones are feminized, meaning we should be good to go. There's also auto flowering, which is kind of like seeds for dummies. So that's me. So you put the seeds in and you poke them down with your fingers so that they kind of submerge, and you leave them in there for like 14 to 18 hours, and once that has passed, which it has, you move on to step 2. Alright, so step 2 is getting yourself some paper towel doubled up and pouring the water from the cup onto it, and also getting the seeds in, which, come on. There's my seeds in there. And then step 2, I'm going to kind of reorganize these a little bit. I don't actually know if I'm supposed to be touching these. Probably should have looked at that. But yeah, so you got the seeds there. You fold the paper towel up over top of it. And away we go. So once you got your seeds in there to germinate, you put them in a warm, dark place, kind of feed them a little bit of water every once in a while, and they will eventually start to develop what is known as a taproot, at which point we'll check in this again. So that's basically just update number 1. We'll see how this is going once we get some roots, and we'll follow the whole process all the way to the tippity top, maybe by April of this year, considering it is March. Maybe I'll have some stuff to actually partake in 420. Who knows? This is a multi-beer job because it's like watching paint dry at some points, but you know, fun paint. So we'll do updates as this goes along, and you can follow along yourself, giving you enough time now to purchase some legal seeds and get them germinating, and then you can kind of follow along in the process.